king prawns, there's just so much going on in it. I just don't like it. Like, when I eat it, I'm just like, no, it's not
So
for me.
you wouldn't have like escargot or anything?
I don't know what that is.
Snails.
Blood fire.
I do like snails.
Alright, cool. So we're here for Black Food Tales, episode 9. You're joined by me, Lucinda Pink, and I'm joined by
Alison
and Stephanie.
Fantastic.
What's New Pop-Up?
So, what's New Pop-Up? Tell us. What is What's New Pop-Up?
Where do we start?
Where do we start? So, 2 years ago, we had a lot of friends like doing stuff but not actually doing it. You know, like when they do it to friends and family and stuff like that. And then we were like, you should be branching out more. Like, you don't know that you can reach so many people and have like business everywhere. So we were like, because if we had that talent, we're going to do it. Well, we don't have that talent. So so we just had the talent of instruments and everything. So we thought, okay, cool. Like, we like go into stuff, and like obviously the day and age it is now, social media.
Yeah.
But a lot of people just, you know, oh, I want to have thousands and thousands of followers and stuff. And then, you know, they forget that you still need that service part and like to build rapport for loyal customers and clients and stuff. So we thought it'd be cool if we can have like a platform that you can like come, show up and like, you know, have people come and see what you do firsthand, like kind of like a try before you buy. That's Alison's tagline. She loves it. But that's kind of how it started.
And I think when we started, we didn't really realise what it could be. We had this idea, we wanted it to be, you know, that platform like Steph was saying, but we didn't really realise that it could be that collaboration, that partnership between brands that we just didn't have in mind, to be honest. And we've done, so this is coming up to our 6th pop-up now, next week. And it's like...
next week, by the way. Get your ticket.
But yeah, it's like, we didn't really realise that, you know, brands want to collaborate. Brands want to learn from each other. People want to try before you buy. People want to collaborate with people. And that became like a really big selling point. And even for us, it became a selling point because we'd be like, oh, actually, do you remember we worked with that person? They could help us with this event or this stuff or whatever. So, yeah, it was a really nice thing, and it's not been an easy journey.
No, it's not been easy. It's actually really, really hard.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to dive into that.
Okay.
I'm curious to know, like, what was the key moment when you guys knew you're onto something?
Oh, I think it wasn't the first pop-up, it was the second one.
It was the second one.
Because
definitely.
the first one, we had a lot of people come.
That were just all our friends and family.
I knew 90% of the room, which is not what you want.
So wait. Let's rewind even further back. First pop-up, what was that about?
So that's sports and fitness. We had pretty much everyone we knew participating. And it was, you know, we had this great idea and we were like, yeah, we're going to do it. Got this really cool venue.
So wait, I'm going to rewind even more back. Who came to who?
Right. So we were like, how are we going to reach out to people?
Wait, I'm going to go back even further.
Oh, God.
Like, there was one moment where, like, you were either reading a newspaper, you were browsing through the internet, and then, like, you had that...
I remember the day.
In Seth's room.
Yeah, in my bedroom. That's why we scheme all up ideas.
Yeah. We were in Seth's room, and we were like...
summer.
It was summer.
Yeah.
And we were like, we want to do something. Okay, so let's rewind. It took us, from the day we had the idea, it took us nearly a year to do it.
Yeah. Because that was summer 2016.
Yeah,
right?
Summer 2016, and we didn't launch officially until summer 2017.
Yeah.
Okay.
It took us a year. And we were sitting there and we were like, we want to do something. We want to get our hands into something that's outside of our job roles.
Yeah,
At the time, we didn't think our job roles would have anything to do with it. We were wrong because of our day-to-days, we were actually able to bring a lot to the table. But, we were like, we want to do something. And then we were like, oh, you know... pop-ups, because we don't want to be doing it all the time. But then we were like, what the hell are we going to be popping up? Like, we don't make clothes, we don't make jewellery, we don't like, we're not artists, like, what are we doing? And then we were like, well, actually, wouldn't it be really good if like we could have, like we could source people. Because when we first started, we were like, okay, we're going to source these people. We're going to get YouTubers. We're going to get influencers. And,
it's like, yeah, come do a talk and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, so that's where we were going with it. So sort of like a, you know, part pop-up, part talk sort of thing. And then as time went on, we were like, that's not us, actually.
Yeah.
Why? Why was it not you?
I think with me and Alison, we're like really, really chilled. Like, if you had to describe us in one word, a Shoreditch. Like, we really, really like a chilled life, no fuss. Do you know what I mean? And people get that like totally wrong when they meet us. However, like, we do just like things just chill,
just organic,
like, relax. You know, don't force it, kind of thing. And we just felt like, you know. Because even when we're venue searching, at the beginning it was really hard because we'll go to like check out hotels and stuff like that. And we were like, this isn't us. Like, what are we doing?
Why are we going to... I would never go to... If someone said, oh, I've got an event, come to a hotel, I'll be really reluctant unless it was something I really wanted to go to because it's not us.
Not
I
us
kind of like...
What? So I missed that bit. Why would you be reluctant to go to a hotel for a venue?
Because
it's just
I think
stiff.
it's just what we perceive of it. It's stiff. We're not... As soon as you come into sort of a place that's done up to the nines, your guard's up. Yeah. Psychologically, your guard's up. You've become another part of you that maybe might not be the most natural part of you. Speaking for us anyway. So, you know, I know when I walk into a really fancy schmanky place, I'm just like, okay. I sit up a bit more. I'm a bit more aware. And for us, we wanted brands to be totally free to be the best that they can be, because I'm a really big believer of when you are 110% you, that is when your best work comes out. So that's what we wanted the brands to have. But if we're putting them in hotels and stuff like that, we're kind of stripping away their originality, in a sense. We thought anyway. And it's like, well, you know, we've got a PT coach that teaches boxercise going into a 5-star hotel. It doesn't marry up. It's not who they are, you know. So for us, it was like, okay, strip all of that, remove all the bells and whatever. Just keep it raw. Keep it
as authentic as possible.
That's the word. Okay, authenticity. Cool. That is what we wanted. And I think it took us a little while to understand.
Yeah, because we were like going in and out of venues. Like, we've seen a lot of venues in this London. And it's difficult because there's a lot you have to take into consideration because we work across different categories. And I would say the food one is the hardest one to find a venue for because 110%. What we want to deliver, we don't want to compromise the brand for the venue, you know? And it's like, so we've used the same venue twice because it allows us to do what we need to do. There's an outside, there's an inside, you know, we've got it all day and stuff like that. So it is very hard to, you know, you have to play these things together. Like, that's why we can't email people and say, oh, you know, we're having a pop-up, are you interested in being involved? This is the venue. You can't, because we don't know the brands, we don't know what they're going to bring, we don't know if they have bars, we don't know a lot of things, like we don't know what they want to do. So it's actually crazy that people like believe in us so much before that, because we actually meet our brands all the way before we secure the venue, but they believe in what we're about to deliver. And I think it does help now that all our highlights are on YouTube and stuff. People just instantly go there, look at it, and they're like, yeah, this is cool, blah, blah, blah.
But before it was hard. Because
it was very hard.
You're selling a dream. You're like, yeah, it's going to be like this, and you're like, oh, we don't even have a venue. We don't know how many people are going to turn up. Like, but then at the same time, you're like, I don't want this brand to lose out. But then we don't want to lose out in terms of our credibility. And then, you know, and it's like trying to juggle all these things, and you're just like, and when things go wrong, especially sometimes when you're working with brands or even the outside, they'll just be like, oh, it went wrong. But they don't know how hard it was to try and prevent that thing going wrong. Or even sometimes that thing going wrong is the lesser of
a lot of things going wrong.
A lot of things going wrong. And I think it is really difficult, and people don't see that. They're just like, oh. And I think when we first started, I think one of the most difficult things was the comments from a lot of our close friends, and even some of our a lot of our family.
Yeah.
Was this to you or like?
Oh, to us. Yeah,
to
us.
Like,
They have the courtesy to tell us.
Yeah, like it is difficult, and I do think you know you have to. I'm lucky because I have Alison. She's my best friend. We've been like friends for 18 years, 19
How'd
years.
you guys meet?
At school.
Primary
We've been to
school.
every single school together. So school, secondary school, sixth form, uni.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So we've kind of
we know each other.
We know. So so it's like I'll know when Steph's not feeling it, and she'll know when I'm not feeling it. And it's a case where it's like we've got to pick each other up because
Sure.
there's been times when I'm just like, I'm done. I'm like, I'm out. But there's times where we're like, okay, Steph's got a vision and I can't see it yet, and she's got to sort of convince me. Once she convinced me and I'm on board, that's it. We're running with it. We're pushing it.
But it's hard in terms of like family, friends, because you know they're so they're used to you joking around with them and laughing and stuff like that. It's so funny. It's until we had our first food pop up, everyone was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
And I was like, "You see, I told you, I told you." But yeah, like a lot of people, it's hard for them to see because they come and support you because they're yes people, right?
Yeah.
And they love you, so they want you to be happy, and that's cool. But they don't. I think. This might be a bit controversial, but I don't think they believe in their hearts of hearts that we can do it. Not all of them. Yeah. Controversial. I love you all. But
we love you all. But it's true. It is true.
But they will do it because when you love a person, you'll do it, right? You'll just do it. I'll just turn up because I love my boy, I love my girl, like, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
But in their hearts, I don't think they believe it.
Yeah, because
that we can make it fully until they see it. And I think the food one
really showed them
because that was our first sold out event. It was really, really good in terms of the vibe, in terms of the energy, but still a lot of things went wrong.
Yeah, the power cut out
outside. We had no control over it. Brands were on our necks.
Yeah,
because obviously they're trying to cook, they're trying to deliver.
Of course.
I'm like, sort the power out. And they're like coming to us like, Ali, Steph. And we're like, I'm sorry, if I was an electrician, honestly, I would, fix the wires, but I can't. And the onus is on you. The onus is always on you. And even though we had an amazing event, everything, it ended with, a not so positive because brands weren't happy that the power had to cut out, and brands weren't happy that they had to, forfeit on the ingredients that they bought that they were supposed to cook. So there's always two sides to it, and I think people never see that. So yeah. And I think in terms of friends and family, you're right. They don't believe it. They don't until they see it in fruition. Because I think even when we talk about it,
they still like, oh, okay.
Yeah, great, good.
So you guys have said a lot. I'm gonna dissect different parts.
Oh my god, we've been chatting your ear off.
That's what a podcast is all about. You're here to talk, express. So no, it's good. So I'm gonna rewind now, right?
Cool.
You guys had this idea.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, we keep jumping. We keep jumping.
You had this idea, right? And then you were like, okay, cool. This is what we want to move forward with.
Yeah.
What was the next step after you said you went to see different venues and stuff? What was the next step before you found the one that you were actually happy with to move forward for your first pop-up?
So that was having showrooms.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of... I think price plays a big part in it.
Yeah.
Because when you're starting... Price. Okay. So when you start a business, like anyone knows... You have to get investment from somewhere. Me and Alison worked 9 to 5, so that was our investment.
Came from us.
So, like, it's not until our second pop-up that we could stop putting our own money in.
Yeah.
So people...
Even our second pop-up. It wasn't until our third, really.
Yeah, our third made all our money back and gave us, like, stability and stuff. No, because the second one, we didn't have to put...
We broke even.
Yeah, we broke even.
Yeah, we literally scraped it. But it was hard because like Steph said, we were the main investors. We didn't have we didn't
ask like mummy, daddy, we didn't like pitch for investment because, you know, we thought if we're going to do this and it's going to be our vision, let's just do it with our money because then we care that
Even
little bit
more,
more, you know?
And that's just how we are. We're not saying that people that, you know,
find investors
because it works. We
does.
just took this route because it was what we wanted.
Yeah, so we just used that to, like, you know, fund the venue. Like, we did go around to see different venues. Where else did we see? But the problem is as well location for people. Like, until we're like a, you know, Body Power Expo or something, like, or a known name, people will take that into consideration when buying a ticket, you know, like the location and stuff like that. So
okay, let me finish before you... No, you finish before
so yeah, like we did we went a few places, then we ended up at Hackney Showroom.
Okay.
It was still very awkward for people to get to.
Very.
And then that also taught us a lesson about, like, you know,
venues.
Yeah, don't go to Hackney. No, I'm joking. But yeah, it did tell us, you know, a lot about how to venue pick, and you have to go through certain things to, like, obviously gain knowledge in certain areas and stuff like that.
And I think, you know, so we've got this venue. So bearing in mind we're working with brands at the same time as trying to find a venue.
Yeah.
So we're doing it at the same time. So we've got brands and then half of them drop out.
So when you say you've got brands, you're reaching out to people that...
So we'd reach out, so we created this email template, like similar to what you had, probably not as refined, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was quite rough in the early days, but we reached out to all these people that we thought, you know, in our heads we're like, why would you not want to do this? You know, we're creating this amazing platform. Like, I was like, who are you? Why don't you want to do this? Sure. Because we thought that everyone could see what we saw.
Yeah.
No, they couldn't.
Yeah,
of course they couldn't. Who the hell are we? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and it was a harsh lesson. The first one was a really harsh lesson. And it was a lesson that taught us that actually you have to earn that. You have to earn your place. And we're still earning our place. Like, every event we do, everywhere we go and show our face, we're still earning our place. We had this sort of notion that we've got this amazing idea. Who on earth would not want to do that?
Yeah,
everyone did want to do that. And it was hard. It was a really hard stepping phase. I think after the first event, we kind of thought,
we're not doing it.
We said, okay, that's enough.
So how, like I guess in summary, the first event, because you said it's the second event that made you realize that you had something. So how would you summarize the success of the first event?
Do you know, it wasn't a success as what we wanted, but it was definitely a lesson, and people saw potential.
They were shocked.
They were shocked because even though it didn't, you know, it wasn't sold out and there wasn't, you know, hundreds of people and loads of brands, it was still a foundation. It was still a place where there was an in. There was a few people there that were like, actually, you know what, girls? I think you're onto something.
Yeah.
That you've got places to work at, but if you get those places right, you will get there. And I think for us, and that's why the second one was a success, because the people that came to the first one were actually like, you know what? There's something there.
Yeah.
There's something there, and they were willing to explore it a bit more. And I think for me, the second one was such a success because it went smoother.
Yeah.
It was probably one of our... No, it wasn't. I was going to say, it was one of our smoothest ones, and then I remembered. No, it wasn't. But it was definitely one that allowed a lot more of the brands to be themselves. We got a lot more brand stability. And we got a lot more support. And it was a growing number. It was just a really nice day. The general vibe was nicer. And I think our mentality's changed. Because our mentality's changed, even though, again, it wasn't a sold-out event and there wasn't hundreds of people, whatever, we had a good time in the end. Because it was more like baby steps. Take it a day at a time.
So, each one of your pop-ups has a different theme. Talk to me a bit about what the different themes are for the different pop-ups.
So, we work across, for the big pop-ups, we work across food, hair and beauty, sports and fitness, fashion. Those are our big ones.
Yeah.
And and each one we kind of go for a vibe. So like our fashion one was kind of like a Selfridges vibe, like department store vibe, where you have like, you know, you go in, there's people doing different types of stuff. Like no two brands are the same really.
Yeah.
And then like, you know, the food one's kind of like a food street market vibe with an inside vibe as well. Sports and fitness is more like a get involved. You know,
Definitely get involved.
there's competitions. There's like tester classes and stuff like that. Because it's like you need to tailor it to the industry. Because sports and fitness, it's actually quite a lonely industry because everyone's I'm a PT, but everyone's singular rather than like, you know, being a group of people. Whereas like the other industries kind of like collaborate more. So we had to like kind of break that notion of like, you know, like you lot can be working together or like joining a class and stuff like that. So, and then the hair and beauty one is really nice because I feel like the brands on the day get more out of the brands that are there as well. Like, like some people are suppliers of each other now and stuff like that. So it's all like a bit different and like everyone's different on the pop-up and stuff. Yeah. So that's how we kind of like worked out our theme. Tonight we do work in like music and tech and creative as well. But they're going to be different because there'll be more solo events because... You know, you can't put a bunch of singers in one room at a stall, like, singing. So, like, when someone wants to do that, they can, like, reach out to us and stuff. But, and we also, like, are going into... we have a series on YouTube, like, where we interview all the brands we worked with, all brands we want to work with and stuff. Just finding out a bit about them and, like, the background and stuff. So.
I saw the one... Apologise for his name. You interviewed some fitness guy.
You first.
You first.
Frank.
Cool. Shout out you for prank.
Yeah.
Cool. So you want to do more of those?
Yeah, more that kind of type of thing where we're sort of the idea is being in their space and you know getting a feel of their world. Like even when we did. You know, with Kelly, it was at her home, you know, and we sat there and we spoke and we like went up to her bedroom and we had a look at all her stuff. It was really cool because it's really about getting a feel of the brand or the person's space, like what makes them tick, what makes them them. So, you know, with you first, obviously it was the gym and he like trained us and like killed us.
Yeah, and, very hard.
And you know, so we definitely want to, I think this year coming is going to be a lot more of that, slowing down a little bit more on the events and still keeping them consistent, but definitely upping up our game with the YouTube and that sort of presence. So
okay, cool. So where do you see, I guess, what's new pop up? That's what's new pop, right? In 5 years.
I can tell you our end goal.
It's hard to even say because we're always changing.
And adapting. I do think one of our goals is to have our own space that brands can come in and out. So imagine like a mini box park or something like that, like or one venue that we own, and then brands can come in and use like the spaces. Like we'll divide up the spaces just so because the whole point of us starting this is like. You know, we always ask brands, what's your end goal? Everyone wants to own their own thing, but it's so expensive. It's better to rent. And like, whereas they'll have the support of like us, you know, we've worked with little brands and we know like the difficulties. Because, you know, like if you were going to, let's say, for example, you want to rent out somewhere in Old Street Roundabout. Like the rent is anything up to like 10 grand a month. You can't afford that as a small business. And how much do you really get out of that? Are people actually stopping? That's why people pick Old Street Roundabout because people come out of the station, right? Traffic. But I hardly see people in the shop. So it's one of those things that we want to have that space where people can come in, rent. If it's for a month, it's for a month. If it's 3 months contract, it's 3 months contract. That's like the end goal. When we get to the stage of like, we've got the money, we've got the location we want this space for brands to come in and use it as and when.
And I think as well, you know, sort of partnering up with that, it would be for a lot more consistent pop-ups. It would be, you know, something that runs like clockwork, if you wish, across the different areas that we focus on.
Yeah.
And it might not necessarily be like month on month. It might be, you know, on the same week we have different ones, because it attracts different people and it appeals to different people, right? So that for me is something that we would definitely want to establish, but you know,
that comes
one step at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it just the two of you, or
it is just the two of us? We have 2 sort of resident DJs.
Yeah. Pat, Miller and Warren.
WJA. So yeah, we've got two resident DJs. We've got a videographer that we use. I mean, she's a freelancer, but we've used her from the beginning.
Yeah,
she's great.
She's amazing. Like, I edit our videos, so like all the events highlights, and hopefully I can get to that stage where I can trust someone to do it for us. But you know, like when you have a vision of what you want to show quickly, that's
it's difficult, because we've tried it and it just
it didn't work.
The work was great, but it just wasn't us, and that's fine. So then we just went back to the drawing board. But yeah, so we have a videographer, and yeah,
and that's it really. And then like we do the people on the door. Sometimes it's our sisters. They're really efficient and quick, but they're in uni now. So, and then we also have Debbie. She's our friend, cousin, and she's on the door sometimes.
Yeah,
just doing
and helps us out and stuff
because.
Like that.
We tried the on the door thing, but people, like the brands, want you on the day, which is fine because that's what we promote. Like we want to be there for the brands, but we can't do both. So we need someone else on the door. But
yeah, very small knit team.
It's just us two.
Just us two, really.
Do you guys follow Gary Vee?
No, but I love him.
Oh, so you don't follow him, but you aware of his stuff. Okay, cool. And you as well?
No, I don't. No.
Okay, cool. Just like when I hear like some of the passion in both of your voices, or some of the things that you speak about that you employ in, like I guess what you
That's
do.
A good sign.
It's very in line with perhaps like some of the things that he speaks about.
Okay, I'm going to check him out.
Yeah, 100%. I recommend checking him out. Like I follow him religiously, like daily.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I also see parallels in the kinds of things that you've been doing and stuff, and I guess things that I've done in the past, whether it's like getting friends and family involved to help where you can to, you know, save money and stuff like that. Also, I also had an event, and I found finding venues a pain in the neck.
It is hard.
Because not all of them were receptive.
No, yeah.
And then outside of that as well, finding ones, especially like you mentioned with food, because I had a I wouldn't call it a pop-up, but it was like a brunch and day party. And
Love brunch.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Like had some prosecco and stuff, and then got like a chef to cook up some food and stuff. But it was like hard finding a venue that would marry the idea or the concept that I wanted to push, to give me the freedom to do what I wanted to do. But for me, what I guess why I was drilling down on like your first pop-up so much, like, so my first brunch that I did, I guess here in this country, is that for me, it was just about proof of concept. I didn't have to make a profit. I actually made a loss. But the fact that people came, for me, what was exciting, and I don't know if you got this as well, being able to sell a ticket to a stranger.
That's the thing.
That you don't know from Adam, you don't know from nowhere.
I think
something went right along your path to 100%. Make it. You realize that no, I'm on to something.
I'm actually selling.
This is actually what we meant by, you know, like our first event. That's why in my eyes it wasn't really a success like that, because it was
we knew everyone.
It was and then like family. Now I don't know half the names that come
like when
through
tickets come through, we're like
who the heck? Who are you? Like,
and it's like, oh wait, people are actually seeing our stuff.
Yeah,
and
like,
they've heard about it and they want to come.
Yeah, and like now 90% of the venue I do not know.
And I love that.
And the 10% comes from people on the door that I do know, and the DJs, you know? So, which is great, and that's exactly what we wanted. And that's when we knew we have to keep going.
Yeah, because I think originally we were literally crutching on our family and friends, so much so that we even fell out with some of them, because it was like, why are you not supporting me? Why are you not supporting me?
Yeah.
And it was like, actually, they're, you know, if they don't believe in it, they don't believe in it. You can't, just because you're friends, it doesn't mean, I don't know, I feel like just because you're friends, your friendship
isn't based on your business,
because it is a business, you know. And I think it took me a very long time to piece that together. So much so to the point where we've had issues with people that we've been friends for years, but because of this, I'm like, well, if you don't respect my business, well, see you later.
Let me ask you guys an interesting question then. Okay. Right? If one of your friends brought a new T-shirt, should you buy it because it's your friend?
That's when we clocked.
That's when we clocked, because I won't.
The thing is, I'm more inclined than probably Alison to just buy the first product. However, once I started this business, it opened my eyes to, don't support people because they're your friends. Support them because they have a good product. And a lot of my friends now that have businesses can see that from me. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh, you know, this is great, I'm gonna give you a like on Insta. I will message you and be like, you know, because I do it in a 9 to 5 as well, marketing and stuff, and I'll be like, you know, like, try this, try that, and stuff like that. That camera's gone off. Yeah,
it's cool. That one's only does 30 minutes. It's cool.
All right, fine. And then, but yeah, like, you know, you have to support what you believe in, and then that's when I realised, like, it's okay if you don't come to my event. It's fine. We're still going to sell tickets. We're still going to carry on. Because you being there, what does it do? Oh, Alison, you're doing a sick thing. Like, oh my God, my friends have a business. I don't care.
No,
like,
I need people that are going to be like, actually, do you know what, girls? Maybe you want to try this. Or have you tried speaking to this person?
Yeah.
Or maybe you should do... And some of our friends do that, but not all of them. And that's okay. Because I still love them the same way. Yeah. It's just...
At the beginning, it was very hard.
It was very hard. It was, and I know...
She's not lying. Like, we did fall out with people.
Yeah, and, you know, I know everyone's always like...
We're saying it.
Like, it's not funny, but...
Yeah, I mean, they're not around anymore, but it's fine.
Like, I don't think we should laugh, but...
Yeah.
Controversy.
Yes.
But, you know, with that whole buying from friends thing to support and stuff, me personally, I think it's about, this Gary guy speaks about something, he speaks about it in a different manner, but I think it applies in that. I think it's about the 51-49. And what I mean by that is that if you deliver to your friend like 51% of the value, so you've already exceeded their expectation.
Yeah.
And I think that what the issue with your friends supporting you, this is just me personally, is if they feel like it's a charity. Like, if they buy your T-shirt and be like, you know what, this is my new rag that I'm going to use to clean my table and stuff, but they don't tell you, obviously they were just giving you money.
And that's my point.
But if they bought your T-shirt, they weren't expecting it, and it's like, wow, this is actually... Then, you know, it's not charity anymore. It's like, oh, you know what, this is actually... And then they become somebody else that can talk about your business.
And that's my point. That's what we go back to. Some of our friends don't believe in it. They don't get it. They don't want to get it.
And that's fine.
And that is okay. And I'd rather you... I mean, at the beginning, I was like, how dare you? But now it's like, I'd rather you take that stance, because I know what it is. And the friends that do come and do support, they'll be the ones that will be like, oh, I told my boy about your business, actually. He's going to be in touch. And he's going to reach out. Is it okay if I give him your number? You know, so you can have a chat, whatever, blah, 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 because I think you guys would be really good. Things like that. Yeah. Because I know you believe in it and you get it. You get it so much so that you're putting other people in contact with us. So that's what I say. If it's, you know, if WMP isn't something for everyone, you know.
It's not.
It's a very niche. Some people aren't interested in that.
And that's fine.
And that's okay.
So I'll be transparent with you.
Okay.
And I guess tell you perhaps one of the reasons why I wanted to invite you guys down as guests onto the podcast. So
is it going to be controversial?
No, not controversy at all. So, like, one of my mottos of the business is like, you're invited.
Yeah.
So that stems from, for me, for what I'm doing, my brand is bringing people together around food, especially food and stuff like that. But one thing, now that you mention it, trying not to be controversial, is that I witness, and I think things are changing, but perhaps within our culture, we don't always collaborate as much. So in seeing what you're doing, the nature of a pop-up by default for what you're doing is bringing people together.
Yeah.
And that I can embrace. Do you know what I mean? So that's why, if, any opportunity, cross-pollinate audience, put you out to new people, bring people together. That's something I love. And then secondly as well, so I ordered a new Superdry jacket the other day. Of there was a sale on eBay. They got like an outlet store. So I ordered the jacket, and then my dad saw the jacket in the post, and he was like, "Why are you ordering online? Like, it's destroying the high street kind of stuff. Like, you need to go to the shop." I was like, "Times are changing and stuff, right?" But with that said, what I see interesting about what you're doing with the pop-up is, I think people, including myself, is going less to the high street, shopping online. However, I see pop-ups or opportunities to activate. Like when you spoke earlier about, although you perhaps said you've digressed from that, like YouTubers or influencers, stuff like that, the opportunity to have them activate directly with people who they might not be able to meet them, bring their food. Look, there's so, like, I scroll through food all the time, liking stuff, and being able to be like, oh, it's going to be at this pop-up, I can actually try their food, because some of them are just caterers. Do you know what I mean? Some of them don't have venues, some of them struggle for venues, and to know that, okay, every so often this is what you guys are doing, I just see that vision just blown up.
Oh, thank you. And I think it's actually interesting that you said that, because that is one of our pillars, like face-to-face interaction. Or ask any of the brands we've worked with, they've probably heard us say this all the time. You can't beat face-to-face interaction.
You can't. How?
It doesn't matter how far along we get in technology. Me being able to be in a room with you and feel your energy and, experience what you are experiencing and share that, you can't beat that. And I think Steph will tell you she's a massive advocate of social media and all the rest of it, and so am I. But having, like, for example, like, we spoke on email, then we had a phone call, but now we've been able to sort of talk. You've probably got a lot more of what we're about in this sort of like 20 minutes, half an hour, than you ever will if it was just through email or through social media or through our YouTube channels. So,
me personally, I agree. I'm not like disagreeing, but I think it's both.
Yeah, 100%.
The only reason why I say it's both is that there's certain people that I've watched on YouTube, and I'm going to interview them, and it's like I feel like I know them.
The moment
I hear the voice, it's like, wow, like, and I'm like, hey, how you doing? And they're like, not reserved, but they're like, I just met you. But
it's that familiarity. Okay, I get that.
But on the flip side, I feel that, like, so if you look at like Toys R Us going out of business, they had their venues, but they didn't like make use of it. It was just a store. There's no reason to go to the store because you can order everything online. What it's interesting about what you're doing, and even the nature of what you spoke about coming together today, why I say both, is that today's made unique in that we're creating something, we're doing a podcast. Like the pop-ups, I see that as just obviously an outsider's point of view, as people coming together around something, a collaboration. You might not find these people together all on the same day at that particular time.
That is the truth.
And it's, for me, I see creating unique experiences, which is the marriage, is just something that you have to be there.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. So when I say face-to-face interaction is one of our pillars, it's because we always say social media is not the only thing you can rely on. Because it's great. It's fantastic. The internet is great. I'm sorry, we move with the times.
Yeah. You can reach people that you would never reach ever before. Be able to reach. But it's funny, like, where we saw it most is like our last sports and fitness pop-up. They're like, oh my God, I finally met you. I heard that all day. I was like, wow. Because like, these brands follow each other
for years. But they've never had that opportunity to meet.
And it's weird because it just took our pop-up, so that's why we don't think anything's a loss when we are doing these things, because all I can hear is like, wow, thanks guys, like,
I finally met so-and-so.
Or I've gotten something out of it. Like, it's never going to be, like, some people, they walk away with a lot of cash from the day. However, the people that really, really get something, it's like, wow, you taught me how to blah, 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 or I'm going to do this next for my business, or I'm going to be on more pop-ups, or I'm going to try and get my products into a store and stuff like that. And those are the kind of responses we expect, because if we don't get them, we failed.
Yeah.
So to quote Gary, I can't take credit for this. To quote Gary, he says that the cool kid, like during university and college days, is the one that organizes all the parties, right? And brings everybody together.
Yeah.
And that's who everybody wants to know. So
We are cool.
well,
Can't lie.
if you are the organizers of all these pop-ups as time goes on, like you are the puppet master technically. You know, so
I like that. It has a ring to it.
talk to me more about the food. I want to know more about the food and.
I think it's actually our favourite because
It is our favourite.
we're pigs.
Yeah.
I think what's interesting about it is
Also
that
the passion though that comes out of the brand.
like you know, sometimes we even meet brands that they're not available that day, and they're like, "This sucks," you know,
and it kills us because
they're just so like, you know, when they're talking, food is a different kind of experience. Yeah, you can love like making people healthy and fit or your fashion and stuff, but when it comes to food, you can just see when they're describing it, they're using their hands and they're like, and
it's based on pillars like
and
family
like, wow.
and bringing people together and culture and, you know, struggles and going through rough times and putting energy into cooking. Like, people's stories that we hear through the food pop-up, I think that's probably our favourite part because we leave a lot of those brand meetings like, wow.
I'm so inspired. Like, it's crazy what people 100% can...
our favourite one.
Yeah, because I just think people really, really do take it seriously. And that's one thing we've learned whilst doing these pop-ups. You can have a brand, but a lot of people don't take their brand seriously. And, you know, it's something you work at because if you're passionate about it, you don't think of the money.
No.
You don't. The money will come eventually. I know it's like people will be like, yeah, but you start a business for money, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you do. Yeah, however, your passion speaks volume and you'll get to somewhere when you need to get somewhere. I believe, I think Alison agrees, like whenever it's meant to happen for you, it will happen for you.
Yeah, I think there's a time and a place to everything. And I do think passion is a really big driver, but I also think strategic positioning is a big driver as well. And I do always say, you know, like, for example, you were saying you made a loss, but what you gained out of that, you know, okay, we've made losses before, but what we gained out of that has allowed us to go on and do 5 other pop-ups.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, but we made a loss. The first one wasn't pretty. But what we gained out of that. So when Steph says it's not about money, it's not to say that, you know, we don't want monetary gain from it because we do. Yeah. I'd be lying to say that. But it's not the only thing that drives us, if that makes sense.
I think personally, like, losses are important.
Yeah.
They're your war stripes or whatever you want to call them. You know, I've lost a restaurant in the past, but that's helped me. Like, that's like a degree in itself of what not to do to make sure that doesn't happen again. Do you know what I mean? Especially when, this is just me personally, if you're doing like a 9 to 5 and it's not necessarily where you want to be, then you're going to work double hard to you know, go and try and push what it is that you want to do. Food, like, I saw the expressions on the face when you guys were speaking about food. Heritage, I want to know where your backgrounds are from, both of you.
Say, I'm Japanese. Check it.
Cut that out.
No, you don't. I'm joking. I'm actually Nigerian.
I'm Congolese.
Congolese. Okay, yes. Cool.
Yeah. So,
were you both born here or?
Yeah, Harrow.
When I was in, but yeah.
Okay, cool.
She's our little French princess.
Okay, cool. I interviewed someone from Congo. I'm gonna get shot for saying this wrong. Her name was Princess so she was Congolese, and she was telling me about how she likes, is it pondu?
Pondu, yeah.
I like pondu as well.
That's not my fave, but it's a good dish.
What's your favourite?
Probably madesu.
What's?
It's like kidney beans in sort of like a tomatoey sauce. Amazing. Sort of slow cooked. It's like a shoot. It's very nice. It's my favourite. If I come home and I see that, then it's going to be a good evening.
Okay. And what do you like?
Oh my god, plantain and gizzard. Let me say you, plantain and gizzard is the best. I know everyone's going to be like, yeah, but jollof rice and fried rice. No, plantain and gizzard. When you see plantain and gizzard on the side of your, oh my god. It's so nice.
It'll be a good day.
It is a good day because it's just, you don't get it every day.
Yeah.
No one's gonna make that every day, but plantain and gizzard. Yeah, 100%.
So if you wanted like plantain and gizzard tomorrow, is there any way you would go to get it, or you have to make it yourself?
I mean, my auntie makes a really, really good one, but no one's gonna make it randomly. That's one thing I think brands should start doing, like off the cuff.
Making it randomly.
Because that's one thing I think they don't do. Everyone does puff puff. Everyone does like, you know, chill off, mac and cheese and. Well, mac and cheese isn't us, but whatever. And then like fried rice and stuff. But plantain and gizzards, no.
There wouldn't be anyway. You like
yeah, because I haven't really. I think actually, telling like on our last pop up, Tea's Touch, she did plantain and gizzard.
Okay.
But I was a pescatarian, so I couldn't have it.
Are you still a pescatarian?
No. The bet's over.
So it was a bet.
Oh yeah, I'm not doing anything like that if it's not a bet. I'm very competitive.
What's the story about the bet? What happened?
Not to be disclosed on camera.
Okay.
What I was saying is, I was a pescatarian for 7 months, 8 months.
Yeah, you really stuck at it.
Yeah.
She really did. I was
like, that's you, boy.
Yeah, I mean,
But yeah.
Is there any foods you don't eat?
Egg.
Oh, you don't eat egg?
She doesn't eat egg.
I'm
lactose intolerant, but
Okay.
She always skip for a cheesecake.
that doesn't really stop me for certain foods. I'm a big cheese eater, so
I'm probably like really, really fussy. I've been better over the years though.
yeah, she's quite a fussy eater in terms of.
I've been better.
She's quite a fussy eater.
So when you say fussy, what don't you like?
Textures.
Texture?
Alison, let me tell you a story. Alison tried to kill me.
Oh my god.
In Marbella. The first time we went. Because she's like, I'm going to make us a prawn pasta, blah, blah, blah. And I started itching everywhere. I was like, oh my god, I'm going to vomit. Oh my god, I'm going to vomit. But like, I just think textures is just a weird thing. I don't eat like king prawns and stuff.
Texture, you mean like how
it tastes.
So like king prawns, there's just so much going on in it. I just don't like it. Like when I eat it, I'm just like, no, it's not
so
for me.
You wouldn't have like escargot or anything?
I don't know what that is.
Snails.
Blood fire.
I do like snails. I'm not.
Alison eats everything.
Yeah, I'm not. You know, apart from, I don't like certain spices and stuff, but a lot of the time I will eat a lot of things.
I don't eat tuna. I don't eat a lot.
Yeah, you don't
I don't
eat
eat because I don't eat eggs, so that cuts out like the stuff like quiches, and I don't eat pies. I don't eat.
I love a good pie.
Why?
I love a good shepherd's pie.
I'll eat the crust and that's it.
So like, if you two are going out to eat together, where would you go? That you both can like
Italian.
Yeah,
we love a pasta.
Yeah.
Pizza.
I like
Alison
pasta.
usually gets a
I'm
pizza.
pizza.
I get pasta.
I like to eat with my hands. A bit savage. But
I eat everything with a knife.
She eats everything with a knife and fork, and I.
I'm fact.
Apart from, I guess, soupy foods, I eat everything.
I should cut it in it.
Yeah, I'm literally
like wings, burgers.
Yeah, pizzas.
Where,
Alison's like,
where do you get good wings? I struggle with that in the UK.
There's this really good spot in Berlin. I mean, that's not the
That's
UK.
Oh my god, let's tell you about the spot in Berlin. It is amazing.
Transit.
No, Transit is, oh my god, that's another good spot. But the wing place, we were like walking up the strip. It's called...
Mitte?
Yeah, it was near Mitte.
Yeah.
And then we were walking. It's like a mini Shoreditch. So basically, Berlin seemed to be like the original Shoreditch. So when we were getting food, we saw this place. It kind of looked like Chinese outside, but it wasn't. It was like wings. And then they give you like a big portion. And it's so cheap.
It's a ridiculously...
And you can pick which type of wings you want. You can sweet chili or like
salt and pepper,
garlic. Oh, it was banging.
And the chicken didn't taste like, you know, sometimes chicken tastes a bit tired when it's like wings and stuff like that. Like, it's just had a long day.
It's had a long day in the office.
But it tasted very fresh, very fresh.
Yeah, and then the best restaurant.
It's Transit.
Transit.
What kind of food is it?
It's
like Pan Asian.
Yeah.
It's like
and they do small plates, but because it's so cheap, you're getting loads of small plates. Oh my god, it is
Love
banging.
the concept.
The music's banging inside. You literally come in, sit on benches and stuff. The queue is around the corner, by the way.
Yeah.
We were like, we walked past it the first time. I was like, I'm not
Why
queuing for anything.
Going?
Yeah. And then we went in and then we went back again.
Oh my god, it's literally, and I even recommended it to a friend, and he went and he was like, it was amazing.
Yeah.
I'm going back.
Yeah, we were in Berlin.
Do you
in 2
guys
weeks.
go to Berlin often then? Or?
We're
No,
going-
we went the first time last year, but then from then we fell in love.
Yeah, so we're going.
So we're going again
in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're going again in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Amazing.
we love a city break.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
that's our thing.
Yeah.
City break and, you know,
A good holiday.
food. Like,
And food, yeah.
I think with our city breaks, food does come hand in
Yeah.
hand with it.
I love a brunch. Like I found a few brunch spaces in like Berlin, so that's where we're gonna go.
Okay.
And I'm a sucker for so I do this thing. It's called
Yeah, she does do this thing. Go on.
Nutella crepe challenge. So everywhere I go,
Challenge,
so
okay.
everywhere I go, I have to try Nutella crepe, and then I have to like rank it.
It's so silly.
And I mean, the best one I've had so far, obviously Paris. Second
it
is
was
Berlin.
yeah, because you were like, ooh.
That spot, honestly, I was like, first of all, they use real Nutella.
I'm not a fan of Nutella.
Wait, what's real or fake Nutella? What?
Some people be like, it's
Here we go.
Nutella, but it's
When
not.
you did this, that's how I knew you were.
Some people be like, it's Nutella, but it's not.
Okay.
So it tends to have Nutella's quite nutty
Okay.
by taste, and it's got quite a distinctive taste. And I think some people tend to have similar, so you can get like similar nut chocolate, but it's
Yeah.
not Nutella. It will
Yeah,
either be a bit too
she's
sweet.
a Nutella queen.
I love Nutella. So
I want
yeah,
a Nutella crap.
so that is my thing. That is what I do, and I'll be doing that again if I can find the exact same spot.
I know where it is. She has no sense of direction, so leave it to me. But yeah, I'll find the spot again.
So, as we're approaching Christmas, is there anything
I love
that
Christmas.
you love or you have to have at Christmas time when you eat?
Mince pies.
Ugh,
You don't like Miss Pies?
I know, what the hell?
fussy.
What the hell?
Wow. What do you like at Christmas?
Food.
Food. Like I like.
Mm.
If someone says starters or desserts,
Cheese desserts.
she's starters.
So what? Okay, cool. So let's start with starters.
I'll tell you her favourite starter.
Okay, go
King
on.
prawns.
As you know.
and second choice is calamari.
I could eat king prawns. Well, I eat prawns.
Morning,
Yeah.
breakfast, lunch, dinner. She'll eat.
Really?
I'll
all
have it with
day.
anything. I'll have it
She
as snacks.
loves prawns. Oh my god, you actually love prawns.
Yeah, I do.
I can order her whole menu. But if she has like prawns for the main, she'll change it to calamari at the top. Yeah, you won't have
Yeah.
prawns.
No.
That's not you.
No.
You have to go to Rudy's in, I think it's Dalston. It's North London. You been to
Yeah.
Rudy's?
No.
No.
They
Have to
do
go
this. I don't know if it's pepper shrimp.
Mm.
Go there
Wow.
and try it.
It's not for me then.
Go there and try the pepper shrimp. Like
Rudy's. Okay,
yeah,
you're going to have to give me
Rudy's.
details after.
Yeah. It's banging. It really is really really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, I interrupted your
Yeah, sorry. So
breakfast
Christmas-
menu.
So Christmas.
menu.
I have a lot of dessert. I like pigs in blankets.
Pigs market. That's
Yeah.
nice.
See, I'm not a big bacon fan.
I fucking love bacon.
You love bacon.
I
I'm not a big
love
bacon fan.
Really?
But
I'll
you know,
have it, but-
you know, like
Okay.
when I was a pescatarian and I saw people eating bacon, I was like, wow. But I'm not like, but now because I've been a pescatarian, I'm not like crazy about it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big pork eater unless it's black pudding or sausages.
Yeah, I don't know why you're eating that.
So black pudding, I kind of like. It's a thought of it that's made me not try it so
I've
far.
been eating black pudding since I was about 5 years old.
Yeah, that's your thing.
I like,
She loves it.
yeah, with my
Yeah.
breakfast, or if I go to Brussels, I always make sure I get some nice black pudding.
Wait, is that the home of black pudding, Brussels? Is it?
I don't know, but
Okay,
they make
good.
some really good black pudding, and
Yeah, yeah,
they make
yeah.
obviously white pudding and black pudding.
What's white pudding?
So it's like black pudding but white.
So what? But it's the what's it? Pigs? Not
Blood.
Is it
Yeah,
pig's
so I don't know why it makes it white. I don't know. Well, I'll have to research that.
Yeah.
Or maybe not if I want to continue eating it.
blood? Fair enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brussels had good food when we went.
Oh yeah, they did, to be fair.
So like majority of her family's over there.
Oh, okay.
So here and there, right?
Yeah.
And then so when we went for
We went for
confirmation or something.
a baptism.
Yeah. And then like there was just food everywhere. I love it. Love going to family parties because I get
All we
food.
do is eat.
Wait, did we get the Christmas menu? Did we get
No,
the
okay,
menu?
yeah, go on.
So Christmas menu. There's not really starters, is there? Like
No, but we have what do you call them? They're like they're
What,
not
spring rolls?
Yeah, we have spring rolls.
yeah, but you
and
can have that
dip.
anytime.
And then we have salad as well. I make a meat and salad. No, but then we also have soup.
Okay.
We always have soup. So we always start with like soup and bread. Or the people that don't like soup will have salad. So
what kind of soup?
So I will make butternut squash and sweet potato soup with a bit of spice in there.
If it's not Heinz tomato, I'm not touching it. That's it.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
I'm a big soup.
She loves
I
soup.
like broth and soup.
Okay.
And stuff like that.
So. The only soup that I'm brothing, pepper soup. Nigerian pepper soup. Oh my days.
What's inside that?
Well, it depends who's making it. You can have a fish version, or you can have like one with meat, and then some people put shaki in it.
What's shaki?
It's tripe.
Tripe. Okay. Cool,
Yeah.
cool.
So, and then some people, like when it's outside my house, some people be putting cow's foot, and that's what I call it a day.
I don't really like cow's foot. My
Cow's foot
grandma
is
made that the other day. I was
disgusting. No, I just cannot.
like, no, grandma.
Like the texture is just.
It is. It's a.
Yeah, that's my thing. With
I had when I was in Ghana. It was some kind of foot. I can't remember if it was cow's foot or not.
Goat's foot.
It was very. It was very squidgy.
Yeah, that's cow's foot.
It's cow's foot.
Yeah.
Me personally, it's not. For me,
Yeah,
but
I think
It's really like I feel like it's an
acquired.
older gen. I think it's an older gen thing as well.
Yeah.
Because they're so accustomed to it. Because even my mum will tell us stories like, "You lot are so lucky. You get 2 chickens. We'll be scrapping for the bottom of the pot when we're back home." But it's not because they were poor. It's just because adults come first. That you don't need meat as a child.
that's the thing.
It's weird.
It is weird.
I was like, Mum, that's called like slavery. It's not good.
What is that actually? Why can't children eat meat? Because
I don't
even when I
know.
was quite young, it was like, yeah, here's one leg.
It's one amazing leg.
Growing.
my dad used to do that with dumplings. So like he'd give me like 1 dumpling and then make like 9 for himself and sit there and eat them in front of me.
That's so
It's like, I'm the growing child here,
Yeah.
not you.
Exactly. Like I
Yeah.
need more nutrients. Right?
yeah.
I don't get that.
I know.
But yeah, that's
But
important.
in terms of Christmas, so the way my house isn't like set up, so Alison, them lot will have like a really, really long dinner table. Really long dinner table.
I have a very big family.
Really long dinner table. And I mean really, really long, like down the corridor, around the corner.
Okay.
I have a
Long.
very big family. So
And I do too. Like usually at Christmas Day we have around 60 people in our house, but then like this Christmas is going to be extra big because I have like cousins coming in from Ireland, Germany, Canada and stuff
Wow.
like that. Yeah. So because I think it's my grandma's 80th birthday around that time as well, so everyone was just like, let's just do it. So this year we've got caterers again like last year because my mum and dad said, I'm tired, I want to enjoy my Christmas day, you know? So we have stuff like puff off, meat pie. Everyone's scratched for meat pie. Everyone hides their meat pie. When it comes out, yeah, everyone's like, Steph, go send me too. You know, like people are hiding it in cupboards, everything. Because, and then children get half a meat pie. That's your personal problem. I get a whole meat pie, which is great. There's stuff like, ours isn't really structured. Like people are dancing in the living room, in the conservatory. Like some people, like the kids kind of eat at the same time and then on the stairs and stuff like that. But everyone's just like having a good time. So my dad will do like the turkey from the night before. The turkey's like this big. But the like English Christmas dinners more like later on in the evening, like when we want to change up because we have like all the jollof fried rice and like some people have soup, okra stew and ogbono and stuff like that. So
What's ogbono?
it's like they call it melon soup as well. So it's like got leaves in it, like bitter leaf and stuff like that. I can show you a picture after. Like
Sure.
I'll show you a picture after. But yeah, we have a lot of food on the day.
Okay.
And then when it comes to like desserts and stuff, there's like Christmas pudding, chocolate pudding, salt caramel, all of that stuff. Yeah. There's food for days.
Do you have any Congolese dishes at your Christmas?
yeah, so up until probably about 3 years ago, we didn't really do turkeys and stuff. It was just all Congolese food.
Yeah.
Like I was quite, so our Christmas, like Steph said, it's like a really big, so we'll meet up usually about 3ish. Everyone sort of cooks in the house and brings a dish. So some people will be making fried fish, some people will be making chicken, some people will be making whatever. All Congolese dishes mainly. And you know, we meet up, we'll have like soup or whatever to start, or like my mum made like spicy soup or whatever, and then it's like the main meal, then you eat, and then after the meal you do the presents, and then after the presents and you like dance and chill. Up until like maybe 3-4 years ago, 5 years ago, we introduced a turkey.
Okay.
I don't like it. Personally, I've never really liked turkey, but because my family's quite diverse, I guess multicultural, if you like.
Okay.
So it means that, you know, we've had to accommodate different cultures and stuff like that, which was a shock to us because we were like, hey, where's the chicken? But because we didn't like turkey, so they'd be like, no, you have to eat this turkey until we get the chicken out. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, where's the chicken?
What is it about the turkey? Is it's dry, or is it...
I think it's dry. I don't think...
My dad makes a mean turkey. It is so bad.
I need to maybe try a different, because without the gravy, some this year. I can't eat it. I like the stuffing. I really like stuffing. But
do you like stuffing? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I like stuffing.
Sage and onions.
Fresh stuffing. Like the day after, like the leftovers.
Yeah, not the leftovers. I think on the day.
Sage and onion, right?
Yeah, either that, or sometimes you can have like a nut-based one, or like...
Is there like a chestnut one?
Yeah, chestnut one. So
we have a lot of, chestnuts. That's good. My dad always does the chestnuts.
Like roasted chestnuts.
Oh my god, let me just go pick at it. Like during the day.
But yeah, so it's we don't really do desserts. So we won't really have desserts. We just have food through the night. Obviously, you have like... what she calls puff puff, but we call mikate. And mikate, yeah, okay. Mikate, yeah. And
love a puff puff.
So all beignets if you like. So we'll have that throughout the day, and then it just sort of fizzles out early evening-ish.
Sorry, I said earlier ogbono soup, right? That's draw soup. So that's the one that it looks like okra, but without the okra, and it's like. It draws, that's why they call it draw soup. Okay. And then it's a gusi, that's like melon soup, which has like leaves in it and stuff.
Okay. Do you guys like to cook generally?
No. Boring.
I wouldn't say so, no.
Boring.
It depends. If I'm in the mood, like today, I'm in the mood. So I'll probably, on the way back, I'll probably swing by the fish market quickly and get a few bits and whatever.
She's gonna get prawns. That's what she's doing. She's not lying. She's getting prawns.
That's exactly what I get. And ribs. I'll cook some ribs as well. But if I'm in the mood, I'll cook. I'm rarely ever in the mood. I think it's because life. Like, I'm always busy.
Yeah.
By the time I get home, also, I go to the gym quite a lot. So a lot of the things that I may want to cook are not necessarily in line with my diet.
Yeah,
so I can't have them all the time. I do a lot of meal prep, obviously, because of the gym, so I tend to meal prep all my food, but I wouldn't say that was like a passion. That's just that I have to do it, otherwise everything I do at the gym is void. So
I would say I prefer if I'm cooking for me and others. So for example, if Alison and like the girls came over, or if like I was cooking for someone else and stuff like that, that's funner. Because if I'm cooking for myself,
you don't want to eat.
I'm tired. I don't like after I've done it. I'm just like, I don't even want this anymore. Yeah. I hate that, and that's why I prefer when people are cooking for me, because I'm like, oh, food's ready.
Yeah.
And like it feels, it's like a surprise. It's nice. Like obviously it's not good because you have to do it.
Yeah.
But like I don't mind. I like breakfast, like making breakfast instead, because breakfast is fun. Like you can switch it up quite a lot. I know you can do it at dinner, but it requires more effort. And by the time you're back from work, I just can't be bothered. Like, let's go out for dinner. That's what
so let's go out. I'll just make an omelette and go to bed.
See, I don't eat egg. If I ate egg, my life would be a bit more simple, but. Because everyone's just like, I'm having egg and plantain. I'm having egg and this, egg and that. I don't eat eggs.
I've not tried that.
Egg and plantain. I've not tried that either.
Oh my god, people bang it. Nigerians love egg and plantain or egg and yam. They love it.
You've not had that?
Never. Like, so if I'm mad tired and I want to make something quick, then I'll whip up some eggs or something.
See?
Yeah.
But I've never tried it with plantain before.
Oh my god, egg and plantain, they love it. Okay. I can't speak for them because I don't eat egg, but that's what they do a lot.
Is there any Caribbean or African restaurants that you guys really like here in London?
So, in terms of...
Rum Kitchen's alright.
Yeah, I guess.
And then...
Well, I'm going to plug Congolese restaurant because I'm Congolese.
By all means.
So, I went to one a couple of weeks ago. They've not long been around, I don't think. I think they're called Mana Deluxe. if I'm not mistaken. I might have got that wrong, or Mama Deluxe. Anyways, it's really cool. Real.
Where is it?
It's in Tottenham.
Tottenham
Hale.
Okay.
Not far from Tottenham Hale Station. It's real Congolese food. Like, you know, we had taba, which is my favourite as well.
What's that?
Goat.
Okay.
But it's goat made on a drum.
Oh, okay.
You know, a drum.
Yeah.
So you
I like
smoke
goat meat.
it.
It's
Yeah.
nice.
So you smoke it on the drum. You season it up nicely. You smoke it on the drum, and it's like really nice. And you have that with a side called kwanga, which is like
Isn't it the one that's chopped up?
yeah. And it's like white, and it kind of looks like yam.
Yeah, it looks like no. It's like a cross between. Have you seen pounded jam?
Yeah.
So it's a cross between pounded jam and yam. The shape's like yam, but
It's
the texture's
softer.
like pounded jam. So imagine just pounded jam rolled up in a line
Like
and then
and then
sliced.
That's like that. Yeah, you don't eat that every day. Taba and kwanga, like that's like parties. That's reserved for parties and special occasions. So obviously, I had that when I went there, and it was really good, really, really good. So that is one restaurant that I would say check out. I think it's better to check it out on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. It's more buzzing if you're really into like the Congolese culture, sort of just that sort of atmosphere. It's really good. You've got like big screens up there playing Congolese music. Everyone speaks Lingala. It's really good.
I will have to check it out.
Yeah.
There's Nigerian restaurants around. So have you been to 805 before?
I love 805. Yeah.
There's another one called Mama Cass, and that I don't know if it's still around in
Like Burntoke Edgware side.
Yeah,
I think it is.
It's still open.
I don't know. I haven't been
But, yeah, everyone.
Is that nice?
Yeah, my parents used to go a lot actually. So it's it's nice.
Okay, cool. I want to hit you guys now with some rapid fire, rapid answer questions.
Oh God.
Yeah. From the restaurants that you just mentioned, if you had to take out a celebrity or influencer to one of these restaurants, and you had to agree, what celebrity or influencer would you take out to a restaurant that you'd like to eat with?
Drake.
You guys were shouting the whole time. Now you just lowered your voice.
That's the baby's daddy.
Because we love him so much.
Yeah, listen, Drake is
We
ultimate.
We absolutely love him.
Okay, cool.
We love him like terribly so.
Yeah.
She
Ever so
fainted.
much.
She fainted.
We're not going to get into that.
And I was like, if this girl thinks I'm leaving this concert for her, it's impossible. I'll see you later.
Wow. Okay.
She fainted. She's like, and she fell.
So did you leave her on the floor?
No, I got carried out by security. I was like this.
And because she kept leaning on me, she's like, Stephanie. I was
And
like,
it was
no.
that other friend, and I kept going, oh, I don't feel well.
I was thinking, that's you, boy. I'm
and
saying.
then, yeah.
So what did you wake up at home?
I heard him. He came out. He hadn't even come out yet. I heard him come out, and I literally ran from that medical room. I was like, I'm not missing him for anything. So
Yeah.
his voice gave me the strength I needed, I guess.
Okay.
But yeah.
So which of these restaurants would you take Drake to?
Well,
I don't know.
We don't know
Maybe
because we
not.
have to go to something together to know.
So it'll
what
probably
we like.
be... Okay, let's pick something that we know and we like.
Yeah, we can pick a restaurant.
Do you know what? Off topic, we went to a really good brunch place yesterday in our
Shout out
area.
Bob's Cafe.
What kind of food is it?
Brunch. They do all day brunch and stuff like that. But it was low key because basically in Northwest, like especially nearer to like Edgware and Mill Hill,
Yeah, like the
there's
outskirts.
nowhere to get brunch. So when we found this, we were so happy because we usually just go all the way to Angel to go to Breakfast Club.
Okay.
Yeah. We go to the Hoxton. We have a lot of brunch there. Yeah. A lot
We
of
would take
brunch.
him to the Hoxton.
We would take him to the Hoxton.
I think we would take him to the Hoxton here. Like we...
Just for a good brunch.
A good... Yeah.
Okay. And what would you order him?
Pancakes.
Pancakes, yeah?
With...
A side of me.
Cut that out. With a full English.
Full English, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Your favourite midnight snack?
Our favourite?
Midnight snack.
Popcorn. If there's Haagen-Dazs salted caramel ice cream, I'll
I'm
have
such
that.
a sweet tooth.
Or it would be what cake? Salt caramel cake. It'll be something sweet. It won't be. It won't be no food. It'll be like dessert.
Okay.
Because that's what I do now.
Cheese and cheese.
Just cheese?
Oh, I love a cheese.
What kind of cheese do you like?
Every cheese. I like every single cheese. I think
And
my
she's
favourite
lactose,
yeah,
so.
I think my favourite cheese is probably, I really like goat's cheese.
Tea. I like it when it's been like, you know, like when it's been torched. Like,
okay, so it's like a bit more caramelised.
oh my god, so nice. My work does a banging one because we have chefs upstairs, and they do this goat's cheese salad and a goat's cheese wrap. It is so banging. So
If you guys love cheese, maybe you tried this already, but I recommend trying out manchego.
Manchego?
Yeah, which is, if I remember correctly, a sheep's milk cheese.
Yeah.
And if you have that, there's something called quince paste. It's
Okay.
like a jam. So you get the the manchego, put some quince paste on it. Try that.
I like cheese and jam a lot. It's a really good combination.
Yeah, then you'll love.
I love a cheese board. When I went to Cannes,
Cheese boards
I was
are my
literally eating cheese all week.
My uncle makes a mean cheese board.
Okay.
I love brie. Oh god, brie is so
with
good.
cheese. I'll
Cheese,
just
yeah.
get a big slab of cheese.
Okay. Define good food.
Somewhere where I want to continue eating.
Something that makes you feel warm inside.
I think-
like it makes you go,
I think good food for me is somewhere that literally makes me so happy. Like my mood can change.
yeah.
Like me, because I love going out to eat, as everyone knows. But like when I feel like happy, I'm just like, wow, this is so good.
You know when you dance in front of your food? Like,
Yeah. When I'm looking
That's-
through the
that's
menu
good
and I'm like,
food.
oh my god, it's coming. My food's coming, you know.
That's good food.
Cool. What food should everybody try before they die?
I don't know. That's hard.
Everybody try it before they die.
I think that's really hard.
I'm really based on the mood type person. I've got a few pasta dishes.
What's your favourite pasta dish?
You have to pick one.
Oh.
Just one.
I don't know.
Okay, try before they die, but it's subjective because I really like salted caramel. So like let me tell you, this Haagen-Dazs salted caramel tub ice cream, I can finish it.
The whole
an
thing.
Yeah. That's why my mum and dad don't buy it at home anymore because they're like, we buy it one day, it's not here next week. I was like, yeah, that's too long. Yeah,
Okay.
no, it's so sick. And Butterkiss has brought out salted caramel popcorn. Oh my god.
You're a sweet tooth. I don't know.
15
I'm
minutes
not
flat.
sure.
A food though. What food do you always have? Well, she'll say something like king prawns or something.
Prawns. If you haven't tried prawns, then I'm sorry, but
Try that.
No, this is Alison when she gets on the plane. I want paella. She loves paella.
I'll just be like, just try some prawns. That's it. That's all
you
I can
think?
advocate. Yeah. Good prawns.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you guys for being amazing guests on another episode of Black Food Tales. Before we sign out, tell everybody about how we can find you, your socials. Tell us about your new pop-up, all that lovely stuff.
Cool. So you can find us on Instagram at What's New Pop Up. You can find us on Twitter, WMP__. And the same thing, YouTube, just type in What's New Pop Up. And then,
We've got an event coming up next week, which is food.
So that's the 18th.
Yeah, 18th of November. Come along, check it out. We've still got a few tickets left online.
Where is it?
It is in Shoreditch, Strong Rooms. Really central, not far from Old Street Station. Really good vibe. DJ on the day. Bar.
And for our international listeners, I guess this is in London. If anybody wants to fly in.
This is in London.
If you want to fly in,
If
we got you.
But yeah, so come along.
Cool. And to sign out, is there anyone in particular of those food pop-ups that people have to go and try their food?
Can I give you a few?
Okay, yep, go on.
So if you're looking for like meal prep, if you're a gym goer, gym plate.
They won't be on this pop-up.
But they will be... Oh, are we doing just this pop-up?
Yeah. For the next one coming up.
Sorry, scratch that.
Well, I don't know because we
try when we get there.
Yeah, we try when we get there as well. So we're going to be starting the experience
with them
together.
Yeah. So
from the last one, we can shout out a few.
Yeah.
But this one, it's going to be very new.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, guys, thank you for listening to another episode, and I'll link up to all the show notes over at blackfoodclub.com. And thanks, guys, for being our guest today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
No problem. All right, take care.
Bye.